One, two, three, four, six. Okay. Hello, hello, internet world. Okay, I think this is gonna be the last one. I can't do more than three. So let's do it. Three is a good number. Okay, where was I? Carl climbs into the vent and crawls after Penny in a kind of overwhelmed daze. I know what that feels like. Carl looks back. Thanks, Kyoko slams the vent shut in his face. Meanwhile, we see that biker from before, the one who fell down the stairs. He's still at the bottom of the steps, slowly crawling up onto his knees, holding his side like he's hurt and can barely move around. Yeah, I think I decided he cracked his ribs or something like that, but okay. He curses quietly under his breath. Then he hears a noise from off in the shadows. He freezes and looks around. Biker, trying to sound intimidating. Who's that? Who's there? No answer. I mean, what did you think? Biker, show your face, you asshole! A dark figure creeps out from the corner of the room, closer and closer. The dark figure comes out of the shadows and into the light. It's Penny, looking like a scary little horror movie girl in her nightgown. Biker, hey, what gives? The camera pans down to show that Penny is holding a garden spade in her hands. Oh no! Holding it in front of her chest like a pagan priestess about to do a sacrificial ceremony. Biker, ... Fuck. She comes after him with the spade. Ah! He tries to scramble away from her by crawling back up the cellar stairs, but he's too injured and can't do it. She stabs him with the spade mercilessly a bunch of times as the camera slowly pans away to the side, and all we see is some chocolate syrup blood splattering on the wall and dripping down. It drips down to where the wall meets the floor, and there's a vent. A hand opens the vent, and Carl crawls out. Carl, Penny, I admit it, I like you. I mean, I like you. Oh, remember when people said I like you? Oh, it's so 90s. Then he looks and sees the gory scene in front of him. His face goes pale and his eyes get big, like, whoa. Penny turns around, all covered in blood and eating a piece of the biker's flesh. She also gets the horrified look on her face. Carl, in shock. You. Penny, why'd you follow me? I told you not to. Carl, you're a dead walker. You're one of them. Penny, Carl, wait. She tries to go over to him, but he turns around and bolts back into the wall vent, terrified of her. She can hear him banging on the walls of the vent from inside as he scrambles away desperately. Penny just stands there. She sighs, low and depressed. Penny. Bye. Meanwhile, Rick is up on the second floor of Cadbury, running around the empty hallways as most of the rioting and chaos and epic medieval battle between the bikers and the Cadbarians is going down on the first floor. Rick. Governor! Where the hell are you? He runs up and down the rows of the doors frantically, calling, trying to open every room, but every door is either locked or just leads to a boring, empty, generic-looking bedroom. This is kind of like the mansion from Amnesia, I feel like. It's had 1,000 rooms, but then they're all just kind of empty. They have a bed and a wardrobe, and that's it. In the background, we can hear the sounds of the giant war being waged downstairs. Rick, damn it! Ain't I tried damn near every door? He huffs and puts his face in his hands and leans his back up against a tapestry that's hanging on the wall, but he unleans pretty quickly as he feels something beneath the tapestry poking him. He pulls back the cloth and finds a hidden doorknob, and not just a doorknob, but there's also a whole door attached. Rick, hey! The hidden door has a stop sign on it that reads, "No boys allowed," but Rick pays no attention to that and just goes right ahead anyway. He shuts the door behind himself, plunging into a quiet and eerie atmosphere. He finds himself in the governor's bedroom. All the loot from his crew. It's funny how "no boys allowed" that's on the governor's door. That's funny. All the loot from his crew that the governor collected earlier, and the empty crate is still piled up by the wall. Rick snoops all around the governor's bedroom and winds up at his desk. On the desk is a big dollhouse that looks like the Cadbury Manor, and the pile of tiny dolls. Rick. Cute! He sits down at the desk and starts playing with the dolls. Rick, checking them out. Wow, handmade, huh? You know, I love it when a man can sew. It's a good skill to have. He finds a doll that looks like himself, and a curly doll. Rick, oblivious. Hey, these look like me in curls, a little bit. He starts role-playing with them. Rick, playing himself as the doll in a high voice. Hi, Curly. You want to go to prom with me? He makes the curly doll come over. Rick, in curly doll's voice. I don't know, man. My girlfriend might not like it. Rick doll. Okay. Hey, guess what? We're having a baby. Guess we gotta get married now. Rick grabs the Carl doll out of the pile. Carl doll. Mommy, why do the other kids make fun of me at school for having two dads? And what's a bigamist? He puts the Carl doll aside and makes the Rick doll talk to the Curly doll again, but this time it's in his real voice, more seriously. Rick doll. Curly, I gotta ask you something. Am I good enough? I mean, I just gotta know. Damn it, why do you have to get married again? He pauses for a long moment, almost as if he expects Curly's doll to answer. But no answer comes. Rick, dot 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 dot. He snaps out of it and picks up Rochelle doll, in high voice again. I ain't sharing my crown with no white man. H to the E to the double L, nah. Rick laughs to himself, having cheered up again. Then suddenly he freezes, as the horrible realization washes over him. He looks at the dolls, then at the dollhouse, back to the dolls. He opens a drawer of the desk and finds stacks upon stacks of VHS tapes, the governor's homemade movie collection. Meanwhile, in Atlantis, ooh, finally we're back in Atlantis, Aquaman and all his courtly associates are sitting around a big-ass fancy boat banquet table. But it's at the end of dinner and everyone is all tired. Most of the food has been eaten and wine has been drunk. The governor, thank you again, my liege, for being such a gracious host, but now I better get to bed, before I fall down tired. Aquaman, in the morning, we sign the agreements. The governor nods. First thing. Everyone salutes each other and he goes upstairs. Since the castle of Atlantis is a big-ass hotel/casino, the governor just goes up into the hotel section and heads over for the room that Glenn and Judd are in. The governor, bickering quietly to himself. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Oh, you're so kind, sir. I've been kissing his ass too long. God, I can't wait. He stops at the hotel room door and unlocks it, going inside. Glenn, Judd, wake up. It's time to assassinate Aquaman. Glenn and Judd come creeping slowly out of the bathroom. The governor, what the hell were you doing in there? Actually, you know what? I don't even want to know. At least y'all ain't naked. Anyway, grab your guns, boys, and let's go. Glenn and Judd both come up to the governor and hug onto him, stroking his shirt and rubbing their faces on it like cats. The governor, what the hell is wrong with you two? Judd moans softly. Your shirt is the softest ever. Glenn, yeah, it feels so good. The two of them cling to him as they're so high they can barely stand up straight without support. Meanwhile, back at Cadbury, the Battle of the Ages is still raging on. The survivors have blocked off half the main floor hall with a barricade of furniture and random shit, and are throwing bombs and volleys of forks, knives, books, lamps, and everything else at the bikers to try and hold them off. The bikers have resorted to using their own stolen loot as ammo to throw back at the Cadbarians. Upstairs and around the corner, the Doc pulls the shotgun down off the wall and is loading it up. The taxidermied animal heads watch him. Doc to himself. Let the hunt begin. He clicks the shotgun shut. Cut back to the governor, driving back home unceremoniously in the convertible, with Glenn and Judd knocked out in the back seat. The governor, muttering angrily to himself. My perfect assassination plot, ruined, just because a couple idiot boys can't stay off the dope. Little bastards. He sighs in frustration and picks up a mostly full bottle of wine from the passenger seat. He pulls the cork out of the bottle with his teeth and starts drinking it. Oh, drinking and driving, wow. He turns on the radio. Radio music. She's a landslide with a city beneath her, so take a good look so you'll never forget it. Take a deep breath, I know I'm gonna regret it. What song is that? I know that song. Oh, I know. It's, okay, because he continues it. It's, not Sum 41. What is it? Blink 182, I think. The governor singing along to the radio. Holly's looking dry, looking for an easy target. Letters in my throat, gonna get her if she use it. Caution on the road, lies, and hidden dangers. He stopped singing. Hey, this song ain't half bad. My cousin introduced me to that song back, like the summer before I wrote this, basically. Loosens up a little. Woo, yeah, Georgia, I'm king of the road. He guzzles the wine again. Yeah, that's how it feels to drink. Meanwhile, back at Cadbury, we see Rose in the bedroom that he shares with the Doc, laying on top of the sheets of a disheveled bed. It's really funny because it's like there's enough rooms to where he could have his own room if he wanted, so I'm assuming that even though they fight so much, they enjoy, like, being roommates, Okay, the Doc laying on top of the sheets of a disheveled bed. The room is really, really messy. I mean, it looks like a hotel room that a hair metal band in their heyday has been staying in or something. Anyways, Rose shifts and groans on the bed for a couple seconds in restless sleep before he finally wakes up, all hungover and looking like shit. Rose drags his hand across his face. Ugh, Jurassic Park and tequila do not mix. He drags himself out of bed and staggers around the room a little bit. Rose, where's my good-for-nothing roommate? He calls out, Doc, hey Doc. He gets no answer, of course. He hears some ruckus from outside the room, some screams and banging, but he totally ignores it. He sits back down on the edge of the bed. Rose, well, I guess I got the room to myself for once. That's nice. He reaches down to the floor and starts rummaging through a random stack of magazines that's just there. Rose, what the hell does he do with these fucking things? Ugh, God, they're all so lame. He flips lazily through a bunch of magazine covers until he gets to one with a nerdy-looking Boy Scout on the front. Rose hesitates for a long pause, staring at it. He picks up the near-empty bottle of tequila and takes a sip of it. Rose, I don't like this one, for some reason. He drops the rest of the magazines and takes the Boy Scout one and props it up on the messy dresser. He picks up a small box and opens it, revealing a set of darts. Then he heads back to the bed and starts throwing darts at the Boy Scout picture. He has great aim. Even while laying half upside down on the bed like a stereotypical 12-year-old girl talking on the phone in the 90s, he can still hit the Boy Scout in both eyes and sticks every other dart around his body. By the time he runs out of darts, he's finished the last of tequila and is drunk again. Rose, I'm gonna bag me a Boy Scout. I don't feel like that's his voice. I feel like he has a little bit higher voice, but okay. He hears some more screaming and the sounds of battle from outside. Rose, what the hell is that? God damn, it sounds like Kuwait out there. That dates it. He grabs a hunting knife and sticks it in the holster on his leg. Rose, maybe these so-called rescues out there are having themselves a little rebellion. Haha, about time. He hiccups. He sways. Here I come, Boy Scout. He heads out the door, out into the wild, wild fray. The camera pans upwards to show Penny in the ceiling vent. Penny, this is not good. Meanwhile, back to the governor driving home. He's almost done with a bottle of wine, and like Rose, he's drunk. Oh my god, he drank a whole bottle of wine while driving. I mean, I know there's nobody else on the road, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but still he could drive off the road. Maybe he's used to driving drunk, you know? Sometimes it's not that hard to drive drunk. Anyways, unlike Rose, he's singing along to the radio with passion. The governor, I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. I really need to make I need to burn a CD of all the soundtrack in this, but I feel like it would be a double disc because there's a lot of songs. He pulls up to the grate in front of Cadbury and finds it open, and looking beyond, he sees that the drawbridge is down over the moat. The governor, that's not normal. He just sort of shrugs it off, though, too drunk to deal with it at the moment. He drives inside and parks the convertible, leaving Glenn and Judd in the back seats to sleep it all off while he goes to the front door. The governor, hello? Candace? Fabian? He looks around for the two guards that are supposed to be watching the door, but of course they're nowhere to be found. The governor grumbles, I leave for one night and the whole place falls apart. He lets himself in, and he instantly sees the whole front hall destroyed. Tire tracks on the carpet, taxidermied animal heads on the floor, debris for weeks, and hella objects and shrapnel everywhere. The governor, oh come on, give me a break. He sees the kitchen door barricaded with just a whole bunch of random shit. Even though he's drunk, he manages to get some energy together and clumsily shove everything to the side so he can get into the kitchen. The governor, alright, I want a real good explanation as for why. He cuts himself off as he sees all of our main characters, as well as most of the members of his flock, packed into the kitchen. All of them are armed and poised to kill him. The governor, whoa, easy, will ya? They all see that it's just him and not the bikers, and they all lower their weapons, but they are not happy. They all glare disapprovingly at the governor and cross their arms and stuff like that. While the governor stands there, confused, and looking all disheveled. The empty wine bottle is hanging from his hand. His sleeves are pushed up unevenly, and his top shirt buttons are undone. His hair is messed up, and his tie is untied. The governor, what happened here? It looks like the fucking Stanford prison experiment. Tyree, funny how you mention experiments, you weird sick-ass bastard. Luba, da, всем нас, в большом psychodome. Okay, what is that? Yes, all of us are in a big crazy house. I think that's what she said. The governor, what are you talking about? Rochelle steps forward out of the crowd. Rochelle, did these look familiar? She holds up the doll of herself, and a whole bunch of the other people do the same. The governor. Oh, jeez. Rochelle. Or these? She holds up a bunch of VHS tapes. The governor. You guys, it's not what you think. It's just a little hobby of mine. It's innocent. Andrea. Is this all we are to you? Just toys to act out and play with? That's ironic. She and a whole bunch of other survivors throw the dolls at him violently. Random college kid. I trusted you. The governor. You can still trust me. Hershey's. Your smut movies are disgusting. God, what a tasteless son of a bitch. He pulls Rusty close against himself protectively. And to think I let my son ride in your car. Where is Judd anyway? Curly. Ugh, just looking at you makes me feel so violated. There's angry comments of agreement from all around. Me too, me too. I mean, this is like way before Me Too, but look at what's going on. There's angry comments of agreement from all around. The governor finally hangs his head in shame. The governor. What do you want me to do, huh? And can anyone at least tell me what happened here? Barbara comes out from the back of the crowd, speaking all softly like how she does. Barbara. Just admit you have a problem. That's all we want. You're hurting everyone around you. But we all love you. We support you. We just want to see you do better. Barbara. The governor. Jesus, no one's talked to me like that since my second ex-wife. Rochelle quirks an eyebrow at Barbara. Girl, I don't know about all that. She turns back to talk to the governor again. But you are a danger and a threat to all of us. While you was out, the bikers came through. This place ain't so safe like you said. We had a big-ass war with them that you wasn't even here for. The governor. Bikers. But you all defeated them. You're strong. Oh, what a beautiful day when brothers and sisters can come together. And, Rochelle, we didn't defeat them. We lost. The governor. Oh. He looks around at the crowd. He sees all the miserable faces and miserable nods of his beaten-down flock. The governor. Lost? Michonne comes forwards now. Michonne. We fought the bikers with everything we had, but they were too much. They beat us back into this kitchen and walled us in. They're probably still in the building right now, raiding us, waiting until they get bored, and come back to torment us all as prisoners of war. The governor. Geez, dark days. Michonne. Yeah, and it's about to get darker. For you. This is interesting because I was just listening to a whole thing about the French Revolution, so I see a little connection there. The governor. What? Michonne. Like my girl Rochelle said, we can't exactly trust you. The governor backs away from her. Andrea. Yeah, nothing personal, daddy-yo. But with your sick little secrets out, we can't really trust you no mo. Everyone else closes in on him. The governor growls nervously. Get away from me, all of you. I'll take you. I'll take on all you little ungrateful bastards. Barbara. Don't make it harder than it already is. I hate it when people say that. Why, Barbara, why? Wait till you see what she does in the sequel. It's great. The governor. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you all. Where would you all be without any- where would any of you be without me? You'd all be out there getting eaten like dog food. He throws the wine bottle violently on the ground and it shatters. Yeah. He turns to leave, but all the survivors jump on him and grab him. 10 minutes later. Cut to the governor locked up in the pantry. He bangs on the door from inside furiously. The governor. Let me out of here. I swear to God, when I'm out, I'm gonna torture all of you. Every last one of you. Rochelle. Eat some bread and sober up, you creep. She turns to everyone else. Rochelle. So, what now? Gothitchka. We should see if this place is worth saving, or if we should just cut our losses and leave. Everyone kind of murmurs and agrees. Meanwhile, outside, right outside the fence of Cadbury, zombies begin gathering, sniffing the air and groaning their zombie noises. They hoard up and find the gate unlocked, and they all come creeping through, smelling human flesh. Ooh. They cross the drawbridge and sneak into the manor. Back in the kitchen. Rochelle. Okay, y'all, here's the plan. Do a quick sweep of everything we can, and then let's get the fuck out of here. Hershey's. I'm not leaving without my son. Rick. Yeah, and half my damn family's still missing. Rochelle. Ugh, she rolls her eyes. Look, you guys, do whatever you gotta do. I ain't one of them asshole leaders of a human group in a zombie world that wants to micromanage every little thing. I mean, who's got time for all that anyway? Everyone else, in unison. Agreed. Tyree. Speaking of time, can we go already? They turn around and push open the kitchen doors. Shockingly, instead of seeing the empty front hall, they are met with the sight of two zombies getting it on, by one of them fucking a hole in the other one's head. Michonne. Zombies, ... Suddenly, everyone hears a big-ass ruckus coming from upstairs, and they all look over. All the bikers come running back downstairs, being chased by a horde of zombies. Not only that, it was funny, I imagine them, like, riding their bicycles, like, I mean, their bicycles, their motorcycles, like, down the stairs. That would be so cool. Oh shit, it's 20 minutes.